The forest of Pandora was silent, except for the sound of running feet. Moat pushed through the glowing plants with desperation in her eyes. Behind her, 4 young hunters carried the broken body of a human male on a stretcher made of woven vines. His skin was pale like the moon, and dark lines were spreading up his arms like rivers of death. "Faster," Moat commanded. The sky person does not have much time. The human's name was Marcus Chun. He was a scientist who had come to study the plants of Pandora. Unlike the other humans who came with weapons and machines, Marcus came with notebooks and a gentle smile. He learned to speak their language. He sat with the children and told them stories about Earth. He respected Awa and the forest in ways that surprised even the elders. 3 hours ago, Marcus had pushed a young naughty girl out of the way when a Thanator attacked their group. The beast's poison claw had cut deep into his chest before the hunters could drive it away. Now the poison was racing through his small human body, and Moat feared they would lose him before reaching the Tree of Souls. "His heart beats too fast," said Natari, who was running beside the stretcher. She had her hand on his chest, feeling the rapid rhythm beneath his strange soft skin. "I can feel it fighting. It is like a drum that will not stop." "Human hearts are different," Moat said. "They beat faster than ours." His body is trying to fight the poison. When they reached the village, the healers were already waiting. They had prepared the sacred space with herbs and medicines. The bioluminescent plants around them glowed brighter, as if Awa herself was watching what would happen next. They laid Marcus on the soft ground. His breathing was shallow and quick. The dark lines of poison had spread from his chest to his neck. Some had already reached his face. His eyes were closed, but beneath the lids, they moved rapidly back and forth. "I have never healed a sky person before," said the eldest healer, a female named Salu, who had lived for over 200 years. "Their bodies are strange to me. They are so small, so fragile. Then we must learn quickly," Moat replied. "This one has earned his place among us. He saved my granddaughter." Salu knelt beside Marcus and placed her hands on his chest. She closed her eyes and reached out with her senses, trying to feel the flow of energy within him. What she found made her gasp. "His body is at war," she whispered. "I can feel it. There are things inside him, tiny things, fighting the poison. His blood is hot like fire." Moat leaned closer. "What do you mean?" "What things?" "I do not know their name, but they are everywhere in him. Millions of them. They are attacking the poison, trying to destroy it. I have never seen anything like this. Our bodies accept the poison and slowly push it out. His body is trying to kill it." The healers worked through the night. They applied sacred herbs to his wounds. They sang the songs of healing. They connected their cues to the roots of the home tree, asking Awa for guidance. But the poison was strong, and Marcus's small body seemed so weak compared to a Navi warrior. By midnight, his fever had grown so intense that steam rose from his skin when they applied cool water. His body shook with violent tremors. Several times, his heart stopped completely, and the healers thought they had lost him. But each time, after a few terrible seconds of silence, it would start again on its own. "This is not possible," Salu said after the 3rd time his heart returned. "No creature can bring itself back from death." "He is not bringing himself back," Moat said, watching the human with new understanding in her eyes. "His body refuses to die. It is fighting with everything it has." As the hours passed, the healers began to notice something strange. The dark lines of poison were no longer spreading. In fact, they seemed to be getting smaller. Very slowly, inch by inch, the darkness was retreating. "Look," Naturi said, pointing at his arm. "The poison is leaving." "That is impossible," one of the younger healers argued. Thanator poison kills everything it touches. Even our strongest warriors need days to recover, and they have 4 times the blood he does. But there was no denying what they were seeing. Marcus's body, small and fragile as it appeared, was somehow winning the battle. His fever began to drop. His breathing became slower and more regular. The color started returning to his pale face. By morning, the oldest healer sat back with exhaustion and amazement on her face. "I do not understand what I have witnessed tonight," Talu admitted. "This human should be dead 10 times over. The amount of poison in his blood would have killed 3 Na'vi warriors. But his body refused to surrender. Tell me more about what you felt inside him," Moat said. "These tiny fighters in his blood." Salu closed her eyes, remembering. They were like warriors, but so small I could barely sense them. When the poison entered his blood, they came from everywhere in his body. They surrounded the poison and attacked it. Some of them died, but more came to take their place. It was like watching an army that never stops fighting. "And his heart," added another healer. When it stopped, something inside him shocked it back to life. Like lightning from within. I felt it 3 times. His body has machines inside it that we do not have. Moat looked down at the sleeping human. He looked so peaceful now, so small and helpless. It was hard to believe that inside this fragile creature was a war machine designed by millions of years of survival. "The humans come from a harsh world," she said softly. "A world of disease and poison and death. Their bodies have learned to fight in ways we cannot imagine." Marcus slept for 2 more days. During this time, the healers took turns watching over him. They were fascinated by this strange creature who had survived what should have been certain death. They studied the way his wounds closed faster than they expected. They watched as his body temperature regulated itself, rising and falling to fight different stages of healing. On the 3rd day, Marcus opened his eyes. The first thing he saw was Naturi's face looking down at him. She smiled, and there were tears in her large golden eyes. "You are alive," she said. "The healers did not think you would survive." Marcus tried to speak, but his throat was dry. Naturi gave him water, and after drinking, he managed a weak smile. "Takes more than a big cat to kill a human," he whispered. Word spread quickly through the clan that the sky person had survived. Many came to see him, curious about the creature who had defied death. The children he had told stories to brought him flowers and small gifts. The warriors who had thought humans weak and fragile looked at him with new respect. "You are stronger than you appear," said Suti, a warrior who had always distrusted humans. "I watched your body fight. You have the spirit of a warrior, even if you do not have the body of one." Marcus shook his head slowly. "I am not strong. Humans are actually quite fragile compared to your people. We break easily. We cannot breathe your air without masks. We cannot survive in your forests alone." "Then how did you survive?" Sudi asked. Marcus thought about this for a long moment. "Because our weakness is also our strength. On Earth, we had no claws, no fangs, no armor. We were small and slow and easy to kill. But we survived because we refused to die. Our bodies learned to fight everything that tried to kill us. Disease, poison, heat, cold. We adapted. We evolved. We became survivors." Moat, who had been listening, stepped forward. "Your blood has an army inside it. Your heart has lightning that brings it back to life. These are not weaknesses. They are gifts from our ancestors," Marcus said. "Millions of years of fighting to survive gave us these things. Every human alive today is the descendant of survivors. The weak ones died long ago. Only the stubborn ones remained." In the weeks that followed, Marcus recovered fully. The scar on his chest faded to a thin white line. He returned to his studies, collecting plant samples and recording the songs of the forest. But something had changed in how the Na'vi saw him and all humans. The elders gathered one evening to discuss what they had learned. Moat spoke first. "We thought the sky people were weak because they cannot survive our air and our forests without their machines. We thought they were fragile because they are small and soft. But we were wrong." Salu nodded. "They are not weak. They are different. Their strength is not in their size or their speed. It is in their refusal to die. Their bodies are built for survival, not for battle. And perhaps, Moat continued, this is why they are so dangerous. They do not give up. They do not accept defeat. Even when their bodies are broken and poisoned, something inside them keeps fighting. This is not weakness. This is something we should respect. Marcus never learned about this conversation. He continued his work, humble and kind, unaware that he had changed how an entire people saw his species. He did not know that the healers now studied human biology with fascination rather than pity. He did not know that the warriors spoke of his survival as proof that humans were worthy of respect. But late at night, when the forest glowed with its eternal light and the sounds of alien creatures filled the air, Marcus would sometimes touch the scar on his chest and wonder how he had survived. He remembered nothing of those dark hours when his body fought its greatest battle. He only knew that he had gone to sleep, expecting to die, and woken up to live. Perhaps that was enough. Perhaps that was all any survivor needed to know. The fight was over. The stubborn flame of human life had refused to go out. And somewhere in the ancient code written in his blood, the warriors his ancestors had given him had won another battle, just as they had for millions of years. The Na'vi healers would remember that night for generations. They would tell the story of the small sky person who should have died but refused. And in that story, future generations would learn a truth that would shape their understanding of humanity forever. The humans were not weak. They were survivors. And survivors were the most dangerous creatures of all.